is Alejandro. I'm a freelance graphic designer. I just wanted to quickly give this tutorial on how to create golden ratio squares or golden ratio circles so that you can save them as a file and then use them later in your design work. So we'll start by creating a new document. It can be any size, but I just tend to use 1920 by 1080. We'll zoom out of here a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that I have no color in the foreground and that I have a stroke applied. So I have no fill and just a black stroke. And then we're going to start by selecting our rectangle tool. Oh, also, we're going to make sure that our smart guides are turned on. So if you click on the View tab and scroll all the way down to Smart Guides, you want to make sure this is checked marked. And I'll explain why in just a moment. So start by drawing just a small square, and do this holding the Shift key. It'll help create a perfect square. Okay. Excuse me. Then holding Shift and Alt, you're going to drag another square below this square. And if you notice those pink lines, those are our smart guides. So they're letting us know that the objects that we're drawing, they're kind of exactly in line on top of each other, or that the paths are intersecting depending on how we draw out our shape. Okay, then we're going to drag this out to the side, give myself some space, get our rectangle tool again, and from this anchor point, okay, and holding Shift, we'll drag out to create a square, and this is where smart guides come in again. You see that pink line at the bottom telling us we've reached the same line as this line. Okay, and then we can rotate this. Holding Shift, if you hold Shift, it'll rotate the object at exactly 45-degree angles. Okay, and then we'll create another square from this anchor point to down here. Again, holding Shift. Okay, select all of this and rotate it. Let's make this just a little bit smaller. Get our square tool again, and from this anchor point to here, draw another square, select everything, again, rotate it. From here to here, you can draw another square and keep going, but this is where I stop. So we're just going to, actually, let me draw that final square. This anchor point to this anchor point there. And we're going to grab all of this, shrink it just a little bit so it fits within our artboard, and rotate it. So these are our golden ratio squares. These alone can be used in design, but let's go ahead and add the circles inside. So go ahead and click your ellipse tool, which is the L on the keyboard, and holding Shift and Alt and making sure that you're in the center of each square, you're going to drag out to one of the lines. Okay, and do that for each of the squares. And remember, just make sure that you're at the center of each square. You don't want the circle to be offset like this one is, I believe. So let's just start this one again. There we go. And this one. Okay. So now we have our circles within our squares. And again, this shape itself can be used to and applied to your logo design work. But what I like to do is save it like this. Okay, make this a little smaller. Holding Alt will drag out one to duplicate it. And then I like to get the circles from this one and drag it out. And one of these circles will do because they're both the same size. Okay, and then if you just highlight this entire selection, go to your align tool, making sure that you're aligning to your selection, distribute evenly vertically, or excuse me, horizontally and vertically. And just keep that on the side. So now you have your golden ratio circles, your golden ratio squares by itself, and one figure with both of them combined. And all three can be used in your design work to make logos. And watch out for that video in the future because I'll come out with a video using one of these three or all of them to create a logo. And thanks for watching.